this sense of wonderment is kind of missing in education. Our society has seen a very successful implementation of what I'll call the scientific method. I do X, I get Y.
A lot of our education is extraordinarily passive, and it gets us trained to just sit and receive.
You have students who feel that intense pressure that they need to figure out who they are and what they want to be.
When I was in high school, my self-worth was based on whether or not I got into certain colleges or I got certain jobs. At CEDE, we want to create magnanimous students and not have them settle for accolades that they're being told are some of the most important things in life. I didn't feel that anybody was helping me identify my gifts and talents. Nobody should be better at helping young people understand their vocation than the church.
This program is called CEDE, which stands for Catholic Entrepreneurship and Design Experience.
My idea was to create experiential learning about entrepreneurship and faith and bring it to as many people as we possibly could.
The one thing I'd love to just strike from the vocabulary is this idea that entrepreneurship is technology. It's not.
I lament the fact that we split our spirituality and our work. We need to move away from entrepreneurship is starting a company. We approach all of life in an entrepreneurial way.
Ready, set, go! They're waking up to the entrepreneur inside themselves. We don't have to teach them to be entrepreneurs. It just turns on. That's that sense of wonder that we want to create, where they want to find out more. How do I feel this every day?
Entrepreneurship is about solving problems, making life better. It can be measured in terms of improving the lives of others.
CEDE allows them to be very reflective, not just on entrepreneurism, but reflective on their own lives.
We have a very specific model of exposing them to different parts of the creative process and of the corporate process, and opens up the career field beyond what they can literally imagine.
CEDE lets young adults really look at what is their skill set, what interests them, what can they put their hands on, what's tangible.
We make kids flat-souled and cynical, where they're in fact hungry and crying for this kind of avenue.
We have to form and shape our business leaders to lead businesses in a totally different way.
These students may not realize that at the time, but they're being changed on a vector that's hopefully pointing them towards becoming saints.
What the student starts to see is that our calling is not against somebody else, but that it's against our potential. Once a student sees this, it's like you see the world in a different way. It's a life-changing experience.
This would have been so amazing for me as a high school student to have had the advantage of knowing this information and using these resources.
It doesn't matter what career they go into, they're gonna have a tremendous impact in what they do.
To see them come to that realization that this is gonna be up to me now.
It's really saying, come with us, and we're gonna show you how to make that dream come true.
Having the opportunity with CEDE has taught me a whole new level of my faith, and it's opened and unlocked so many doors for me.
It's really helped me to start to discern what my vocation is probably going to be.
We're called to live entrepreneurial lives, even if you never start a company. I want to make sure we're there and we give them a perspective and the potential that is within them if they just focus on finding their talents, being other directed and say, how may I help you?
My children are much more open to discussing and even thinking about their vocations and thinking about their relationship with God.
CEDE has the potential to transform the landscape not only of Catholic education, but of corporate America. If we're able to have people in the workforce who do have the spirit of entrepreneurship, that is a catalyst for real cultural change.